Teams, return to your benches. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Zions Bank Stadium for the 2026 Boys 3A Soccer Championship match. We wish all competitors the best of luck. Both schools are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sportsmanship program Raise the Bar. The UHSAA encourages respect for all fans and participants. Take the time to respect all who are attending and participating in this education-based activity setting. Respect others and expect to receive respect from others. Be inclusive in your behavior and do rally right. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this championship match. Teams, please meet with the officials preparatory to the international walkout. All players, starters, non-starters, please join in the international walkout. The officials for today's match, the referee is Brian Schwartz, assistant referees Dan Roper and Chris Eager, and the fourth official is Maury Mon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day for a soccer championship match. It is also a great time to honor America. We ask at this time that you please rise facing the flag toward the south as we honor those who serve and protect our freedoms with the presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you. In the tradition of championships at the Utah High School Activities Association, we will introduce the entire roster for each team. We will begin with the starters and then the non-starters and then starters with the designated visiting team, the Morgan Trojans. Number 18, Christian Jensen. 23, Wyatt Sessions. 26, Drake Miko. 27, Milo Manning. 28, Edwin McKenna. Number 30, Samuel Burley. 32, Seth Compton. 33, Zao Ganocchio. 35, Griffin Mason. 36, Mason Burt. 40, Dresden Elmer. 41, Seth Turner. 44, Beck Johnson. 55, Lincoln Baker. 66, Cale Klontz. 77, Carson Howe. 84, Cash Hardman. 88, Cooper Lucas. 99, Forrest Greenwood. Introducing the starters for the Trojans. Number 4, Carson Taylor. 5, Cash Peterson. 9, Trace Henderson. Number 12, Brody Kinney. 13, Crew Bowerly. 14, Max Lane. 15, Zach Nielsen. 16, Will Stotts. 20, Cody Adams. 21, Parker Grove. And 24, Daxton Knox. Head coach of the Trojans, Jesse Henderson. Assistants, Aaron Kinney, Jake Klontz, Brian Cyril. The principal at Morgan High School is Luke Thomas. The athletic director is Cade Morrill. And now please welcome the designated home team, the Ogden Tigers. We begin with their non-starters. Number 2, Colton Rasmussen. Number 3, Tyler Ward. 4, Isaac Jones. 10, Joseph Hernandez. 12, Grant Brockbaker. 14, Luke Larson. 15, Francisco Rivas. 16, Alessandro Internudo. 20, Seth Marburger. 24, Dean Callista. 77, Jackson Ma. 00, Jackson Ma. We now introduce the starters for the Tigers. Number 1, Xavier Peregrino. Number 29, Jason Rodriguez. 8, Rick Ardina. 5, Sam Gabber. 6, Andrew Pierce. 7, Adam Jenks. 9, Zeke Snow. 23, Harry Hoskins. 18, Eli Robinson. 19, Carter Gladwell. 25, Andrew Smith. Coaching the Tigers. Head coach Todd Scott, assisted by Steve Good. Brian Velasco and J.J. Nunez. The principal of Ogden High School is Shauna Haney. The athletic director is Ross Arnold. Let's play soccer!
And I want to welcome you into Zions Bank Stadium, the home of the Real Monarchs. But today it is the host of the 3A Boys Soccer State Championship game. It is the Ogden Tigers. They're getting ready to take on the Morgan Trojans in the battle for the 3A crown. The number one seeded Ogden Tigers, they come to this one at 15-0 overall on the season. Finished with an 8-0 Region 12 record. The number one seed, first of the region, 80 goals scored on the season, 8 goals against all season long. For the Morgan Trojans, they come in as the number 3 seed with an 11-8 overall record, 4-4 in Region 12 play, 56 goals scored on the season, and 35 goals against. It'll be the Morgan Trojans in the white. They'll go to the left of your screen here in the first half. And it is the Ogden Tigers in the black. They'll go to the right. Getting ready to start here in the 3A championship game. How about a third straight year where the 3A championship game comes down to the Ogden Tigers and the Morgan Trojans? That's right. For the last 3 seasons, it has been these two sides in this very game, and the Ogden Tigers have come out on top twice. Going back-to-back this past season, now looking to make it a three-peat for the Ogden Tigers as they come into this one as the undefeated defending champions. For the Morgan Trojans, they're on the hunt for their first ever boys soccer state championship in boys soccer. It's third time the charm for the Morgan Trojans, trying to dethrone the Ogden Tigers. Both teams now onto the field as we get the final preparations ready to get going here at Zions Bank Stadium. It's the Trojans, it's the Tigers.
Goalkeeper for the Trojans, number 16, Will Stotts. For the Tigers, number 1, Xavier Peregrina. Soccer fans, are you ready?
There's the whistle, and we're underway in the 3A state championship game. The Trojans get it started off. That ball played over the top. It's Peterson giving chase. Cash Peterson trying to get onto the end of it. Nicely defended by the Tigers, and it's played away. Max Lane brings it in for Morgan. Ball given away. Here's Zeke Snow. In possession is Sam Galbraith, who plays it up to Robinson. Robinson up to behind, looking for Harry Hoskins, instead back into the feet of Will Stotts. And ball over the top. Peterson losing possession as the Tigers win back. Hoskins giving chase. Coming across defensively is Brody Kinney trying to win it back. That ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in coming up for the Tigers over on the far sideline. Ogden play it in. Harry Hoskins trying to bring it in. Instead, one back by Morgan. Whistle, a foul, and a free kick coming up here. Morgan off the free kick, looking to boot this one away. Get the ball back into the attacking third for the Trojans. That ball over the top, headed away by Galbraith. Comes down to Zeke Snow. One back by the Trojans. Here's Parker Groh, one of the goal scorers in the semifinal for the Morgan Trojans. Parker Groh plays it in, deflected, comes out the other way. Zeke Snow pokes it through. Ball back to Snow. Snow in behind. Jace Rodriguez giving chase. Rodriguez using his speed. Chase Rodriguez saved by Stutz and denied. Rodriguez trying to keep the ball into the attacking third. Nicely defended by the Trojans. But how about the goalkeeper, the junior, Will Stutz, coming up with a phenomenal save to deny the opportunity. First big chance of this one. It belongs to the Ogden Tigers. Now here's the Trojans in possession. Across the back line, it's Cody Adams. Adams plays it up. Brought in by Daxton Noss. Noss takes a deflection, goes over the top, trying to find Trace Henderson. Instead comes out for the Ogden Tigers. Ball to the near sideline for Grant Aradema. Ball will go all the way back to Xavier Peregrina, the goalkeeper here for the Ogden Tigers. Peregrina with possession inside his box, plays it short. Here's Peterson trying to play it in behind. Nicely defended by the Tigers. Ball comes out to the near sideline for Eli Robinson. Now Ardema plays it up. Down goes Jace Rodriguez. The whistle, the foul, as Carson Taylor draws the whistle, and a free kick coming up here for Ogden. Sam Gilbraith will look to play it away. Plays it short to Jace Rodriguez. Rodriguez to the near sideline to Grant Ardema, takes a heavy touch as it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Morgan Trojans in their own defensive half. For the Ogden Tigers, led by head coach Todd Scott, 11th year in charge. For the Morgan Trojans, second-year head coach Jesse Henderson. Sam Gilbraith. Ardema gets it back to Gilbraith. Now all the way back to Xavier Peregrina, whom Peregrina will boot it away. Headed away by Taylor. Snow tracks it down, gets it up to Rodriguez. Jace Rodriguez supports himself with Gladwell. Gladwell gets it back to Robinson. Robinson goes down, the whistle, the foul, and a free kick coming up here. That's Crew Bowerly, who gets called for the foul, and a free kick for the number 1 seed Ogden Tigers. Last season, it was a 2-1 win for Ogden in the 3A state championship game. To claim the back-to-back titles, here's Jace Rodriguez. That ball played in, goes back post, right in front of Zeke Snow, who can't get on the end of it, and it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Jace Rodriguez whipping that ball in. The senior, one of the driving factors of that Ogden team from last season. Also continuing to drive this Ogden team this year, as Rodriguez comes into the game tonight with 25 goals on the season and 16 assists. And ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw in for Ogden over on that far sideline. Harry Hoskins trying to get a foot on it. Instead, it'll roll out of bounds and out. We'll have a goal kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans and an opportunity to boot this one away. Stotts plays it short to Cody Adams. Adams will now clear it up. And play it up that far sideline. It goes out of bounds. Here's Gladwell. Gets it to the near sideline for Grant Ardema. Ardema gets past 2. Ardema leaves it for Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the box. Rodriguez across the face of goal. Put in by Snow and saved by Stotts. Zeke Snow there with the opportunity, the sophomore, forcing Will Stotts into the save, and it's booted away by the Morgan Trojans. Another big opportunity for the Ogden Tigers here in the early goings of this first half. Andrew Smith defending on Henderson. Trace Henderson trying to turn. Nicely defended by Smith. Comes out to Jenks. Takes a deflection. It'll go out of bounds now, and a goal kick coming up here for the for the Ogden Tigers. Two region rivals here going head-to-head in the 3A championship game. Both teams competing in Region 12 play. And it was the Ogden Tigers, of course, winning both of those regular season matchups. Won the first one 3-2 over the Morgan Trojans, and then the second game ended up finishing 2-2 after overtime. Went all the way to the penalty spot to decide the winner of the regular season matchup, and Ogden took it 3-1 in the penalty shootout. Here comes a foul and a free kick. Ogden in possession. Opportunity to whip a ball in and try to open the scoring in the early goings of this first half. Still 31:58 left to go in the first. It's Jace Rodriguez standing over it to take. Rodriguez floats it in. It'll go over the bar for Will Stotts and out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Played short to Taylor. Now to Max Lane. Lane tries to play it up centrally. Nicely defended by Gladwell. Gladwell plays it up, looking for Robinson. Instead comes back now for the Ogden Tigers, all the way back to Galbraith. This lands at the feet of Peregrina, the goalkeeper for the Ogden Tigers. Goes out to the far sideline for Andrew Smith. Smith plays it back and booted away. Robinson trying to play to the near sideline, intended for Ardema, but the pass is short. It's cut out by Peterson. Peterson plays it up, trying to find Daxton Noss, and instead booted away. It goes out of bounds and out. Now we'll have a throw-in coming up here on the near sideline for the Morgan Trojans. Cash Peterson to throw it in for the number 3 seed. Gets it into Max Lane. Lane looking for options. Plays it into Kinney. Kinney comes all the way back to the near sideline for Peterson, who supports himself with Lane. Lane across the back line to Cody Adams. Adams with space. Gets it up to Henderson. Henderson turns, looking for options. Ball deflected. Comes back to Adams. Adams tries to play it back towards the top of the 18. Andrew Smith there defending for the Ogden Tigers. Lane keeps possession. Gets it to Kinney. Kinney in to Grow. Grow back into Kinney. Kinney in behind. And cleared away defensively by the Tigers. Good look there. And good passing buildup for the Morgan Trojans. But it's defended well by Ogden. Still danger not averted. That ball across to Galbraith. Peterson tries to poke it through. And it'll go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Nicely defended by the Ogden Tigers. Denying the opportunity for the Trojans, despite the Trojans having a couple of and connecting on a couple of really good passes there at the top of the 18. That ball goes through over to Hoskins. Harry Hoskins playing it into Snow. Snow into the box. Snow tries to cross it in. Defended by Zach Nielsen, who goes to ground, commits the slide tackle, and gets the ball cleanly. Denies the opportunity from Zeke Snow. It goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitution coming up here for the Tigers, as well as Ty Ward checks in. Off comes number 18, Eli Robinson. Taylor will bring it up for the Morgan Trojans. Taylor plays it up to Noss. Noss, nice turn on Galbraith. Noss tries to play it back in. Defended well by Jenks. Here's Kinney. Gets it to Grow. Grow over the top. Headed away. Ogden back in possession here with Zeke Snow. Snow with space. Gets it out to the near sideline for Aradema. Aradema looking to play it over the top in the direction of Harry Hoskins. Defended well by the Trojans. Kinney trying to get on the end of it. Hoskins tracks it down. Keeps it in. And Andrew Smith comes across with the sliding challenge. It goes out of bounds, and Brody Kinney down behind the play. We do have a whistle for the foul. And so with 27:46 here, we'll have a stoppage. Make sure Brody Kinney's good to go. Free kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Ball to be played in by Cody Adams. Adams floats it in right into the mix, and Peregrina's there. Collects for the Ogden Tigers. Thought about playing it quick. Now gets it away. Zeke Snow trying to get on the end of it. Goes and gets sandwiched in between two Trojans. That was Max Lane and Kinney coming together, denying Snow from getting possession, but the whistle and the foul, and now we'll have a free kick here for the Ogden Tigers. Jace Rodriguez standing over it to take for Ogden. Rodriguez boots it in, and it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Substitution coming up here for the Trojans. Daxton Noss will head to the bench for a breather. Also coming off.
Now on the pitch for the Trojans
Will be Bowerly. Checking into the game, Wyatt Sessions in. And Cash Hardman into the game. Ball played up by the Trojans, given away. Nicely intercepted, and now Rodriguez trying to get in behind. Goes out of bounds and out. Now they throw in coming up for the Tigers. Deep in their own attacking third. Ardema brings it in on the near sideline. Tries to cross it in, takes a deflection. It'll go out of bounds once more. Another throw in coming up here for the Tigers as Grant Ardema will take. Ardema will look to play it in. Headed out by the Trojans. Peterson lets it bounce and clears it out. Jenks plays it to Gladwell. Gladwell to the near side for Ty Ward. Ward can't get past Max Lane. Nicely defended by the Trojans. Now possession all the way back here with the Tigers. Sam Gilbraith will support himself with his goalkeeper in Peregrina. Gets to the near sideline, back to Sam Gilbraith. Sam plays it up. Brought in by Rodriguez. Defended by Taylor. Taylor pokes it away. Out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for Ogden. Max Lane. Ty Ward gets past Lane. In centrally, Hoskins at the top of the 18 takes the shot. It's deflected. Nicely defended by the Trojans. Hoskins tracking it down. Harry Hoskins back in possession here for Ogden. Will go all the way back to Xavier Peregrina. To the near side now for Sam Galbraith. In for Snow. Nicely done by Rodriguez. Back to Jace Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the box. Rodriguez tries to find Hoskins at the back post. Puts it behind Hoskins. And it goes out the other way. Big opportunity there for the Ogden Tigers to try to open the scoring. The pass from Rodriguez trying to find Hoskins. Put behind. And it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Taken short. Here's Cody Adams, who will play it away for the Morgan Trojans. Smith and Henderson in a foot race. Across comes Jenks. And a whistle and a foul call. This one will go against Andrew Smith for the Ogden Tigers. A free kick coming up for Morgan. Opportunity here to try to whip one in. It'll be the number 5 Cash Peterson standing over it to take. Peterson with 2 goals, 11 assists on this season for the Morgan Trojans. Everybody lining up at the top of the 18 here. Peterson will take it with the left foot right into the mix, headed away by the Tigers. Peterson, left-footed shot from distance, safely batted down And now into the hands of Xavier Peregrina. Peregrina will play it to the short side for Ardema. Ardema passes the midfield stripe, cut out by the Trojans. Max Lean there defensively. Peterson does a good job to keep it in. Peterson pokes it through, trying to find Wyatt Sessions. Instead, ball all the way back to Xavier Peregrina, who boots this one away for the Ogden Tigers. Here's Nielsen. Henderson trying to get it back to Zach. Cut out by the Tigers. Smith in possession, goes out wide to Hoskins. Harry Hoskins supports himself with Gladwell. Gladwell gets it up. Nobody there. But Cody Adams back in possession here for the Trojans. Adams plays it up. Henderson out wide to Nielsen. Nielsen in centrally to Hardman. Ball given away. Cleared out by the Ogden Tigers. It goes out of bounds now, and a throw-in now coming up over on that far sideline for the Trojans. Prior to substitutions for both sides. Off comes Brody Kinney, heading out for a breather. In is Drake Meacham. Francisco Rivas checking in for the Ogden Tigers. Off comes Harry Hoskins for a breather. Ball back in play for the Morgan Trojans. Ball flicked through by Henderson. Parker Groh there. Takes a deflection off of Groh. Here's Parker Groh who brings it in. Groh nicely defended by Sam Galbraith. Rivas tries to get it back over towards that far sideline. Goes out of bounds. Thrown quickly by the Trojans. Brought down by Hardman. Parker Groh there takes a deflection. Goes out of bounds and out. And now a throw-in coming up for the Tigers over on the far sideline. 21:09 left to go here in the first half. It's all tied up still here at 0-0 between the Ogden Tigers. A state championship game. The number 1 seed and the number 3 seed going head-to-head for the third straight year. Cody Adams here in possession for the Trojans, plays it over the top. Sessions giving chase. Sam Galbraith comes across, commits the challenge. Bat ball now into Henderson. Henderson tries to take a shot. It's deflected and safely into the hands of Xavier Peregrina. Ty Ward trying to play it up for the Tigers. Ball comes back to Peterson. Peterson plays it in centrally to Cash Hardman. Hardman supports himself with Cody Adams. Adams with time and space will go out wide of that far sideline. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. And we'll have a stoppage in play here with 20:03 left to go, as we'll have a hydration break here for both sides. It's that time of year. Beautiful weather here on a Monday at Zions Bank Stadium, but it is hot. Both sides heading now to their sidelines respectively for a quick cooling and hydration break at Zions Bank. Couple of really good opportunities in the first half from the Ogden Tigers, mostly coming from Jace Rodriguez. Will Stotts forced to make a fantastic save in the early goings of the first half to deny the opportunity from Rodriguez and keep this one at 0-0. Morgan's chances on the other end. Covered well by the Ogden defense, covered well by Xavier Peregrina. Still looking for their first big, dangerous opportunity of this one. Both teams back onto the field after the quick cooling and hydration break. Getting ready to resume action. Ball back in play for the Ogden Tigers, played over the top, and now we have a whistle. As it did go out of bounds, thrown coming up for the Trojans here, or over on that far sideline. Sessions brings it down. Sessions trying to get past 3 defenders. It'll roll safely out of bounds and out, and a goal kick coming up here. Goal kick for the Tigers as Bettinger now looks to boot this one away. Ball booted out. Headed away by the Tigers. That's Robinson who tries to play it in behind, looking for Hoskins. The ball will go all the way back into the feet of Will Stotts. Stotts boots it away. Possession here with the Ogden Tigers. Gladwell tracks it down. Gladwell does a good job to keep it in and loses out possession. The Trojans now onto the attack with Sessions. Sessions supports himself back. Tries to play it up. Cash Hardman over on that far sideline. Instead goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Morgan on that far sideline. Smith pokes it away. Another quick throw-in coming up here for Morgan. Sessions giving chase, cleared away. Nicely defended by the Tigers. That ball goes all the way back into the feet of Will Stotts. Stotts will play it up to Cody Adams. Adams here in possession. Adams plays it over the top, looking for in the direction of Daxton Noss, who's back into the game, and instead goes out of bounds. Throw in for Ogden now. Headed away by the Tigers. Zeke Snow trying to track it down. Does. Here's Snow on that far sideline. Snow plays it back in. Rodriguez trying to track it down. Cleared away by the Trojans. Ogden back in possession. Gladwell and Hardman getting tangled up for possession. Gladwell wanted the whistle. Gladwell gets the whistle. Now we'll have a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Foul and a free kick in a dangerous spot as Ogden looks to open the scoring here. Three on the wall for the Morgan Trojans. Free kick taken short. Jenks takes the shot from distance at the top of the 18, deflected. Gladwell tracks it down. Gladwell. And now we'll have a stoppage in play as it looks like that's Adam Jenks down for the Ogden Tigers. Cash Peterson, the number 5 for the Morgan Trojans, tried to break it down the other way quickly. Jenks back up on his feet, and we get ready to resume action. It'll be Trojan possession as Cody Adams plays it across to Taylor. Taylor up to Peterson. Peterson will support himself back with Cody Adams. Adams has time and space. In the middle of the park, goes out wide. Now played in centrally, looking for play it back over to that far sideline. Instead goes out of bounds. And another throw in coming up, this time for the Tigers. Ball over the top. Hoskins giving chase. Stotts giving chase. And Will Stotts gets there first. Nicely read by the Trojans goalkeeper. Reading it off his line to collect. Now here's Max Lynn on the near sideline. Plays it over the top to Daxton Noss. Nas defended well by Jenks. Ardema takes a heavy touch. Parker Grow winning it back for the Trojans. And now Grant Ardema booting it away. Max Lane bringing it down. Lane in centrally to Peterson. Peterson to Grow. Grow back. Looking for Cash Peterson, who lets it roll to Kinney. And it's cut out by Gladwell. Gladwell will play it to Snow. Snow gets it out quick, looking for Rodriguez. Excuse me, that was Robinson. Now one back by the Trojans. Here's the Morgan Trojans in possession with Cody Adams, who crosses the midfield stripe. Goes out to that far sideline. Opportunity for the Trojans. That ball's whipped in, looking for Sessions, and covered well off his line is Xavier Peregrina to collect. Grant Ardema to Harry Hoskins. Hoskins here for the Ogden Tigers. Defended by Lane. Looking for Rodriguez, not on the same page as Carson Taylor there to intercept. Poked away by Galbraith. It'll go out of bounds and out, and a throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Prior to those substitutions, Parker Grow, Max Lane, and Wyatt Sessions heading to the benches for breathers. Checking into the game, Trace Henderson. Zach Nielsen back into the game. And Crew Bowerly also in for the Trojans. Nielsen losing out possession. Hoskins with the interception into Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to get it back towards Harry Hoskins. Instead deflected. It goes out of bounds here on the near sideline. Throw in for the number 1 seed. That's Ardema, who plays it over the top. Snow lets it bounce. Snow into the box. Snow tries to settle it, looking for Hoskins. And Kinney finally clears it away for the Trojans. Could have been dangerous. Now here looking to go down the other way as Trace Henderson can't connect with Cash Hardman. Ball quickly back into the possession for the Ogden Tigers. Zeke Snow. Hoskins settles it for Ardema. Cut out by Bowerly. Nicely done by Crew to win it back. Peterson goes to ground. No whistle. Now we do get a whistle and a foul coming up here for the Morgan Trojans.
That's 10 yards too far, AR. Come on. 10 yards in the
Cody Adams will take the free kick here for the Trojans. Adams whips it in towards the far back post. Headed away by Ogden. Rodriguez settles it for Robinson. Robinson plays it up for Zeke Snow. Snow can't keep that one from going out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on the far sideline. Cody Adams plays it over the top. Ball bounces and comes back for the Morgan Trojans. Bowerly gets it to Henderson. Henderson gets past one. Henderson settles it for Nielsen. Zach Nielsen gets it back to Trace. Trace inside the box. Can't get on the end of it. Covered and defended well by Sam Galbraith. And he goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitutions coming up again here for the Morgan Trojans. 11:45 left to go in the first half. Still all tied up at 0-0 between the Ogden Tigers and the Morgan Trojans. A rematch of the last 2 state championship games. 3rd straight year between Ogden and Morgan here on this stage. The Ogden Tigers looking to make it a 3-peat and secure state championship number 6. The Morgan Trojans looking for number 1. That ball booted away by Jenks and cleared out. Tigers doing a great job defensively. Throw-in coming up now for Morgan on the far sideline. Prior to substitutions, as Harry Hoskins will head to the bench for a breather. Checking into the game is Joseph Hernandez. On comes Ty Ward as well, checking in for Robinson. Ball into Henderson, plays it back. Now Adams plays it in centrally to Kinney. Kinney goes all the way back to Taylor. Taylor across his back line to Adams. Cody Adams crosses the midfield stripe again. Adams with time and space. Adams gets past one. Adams plays it up to Knox. Knox trying to get it back out wide in the direction of Henderson. Goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Trojans. Kinney gets it out wide. Henderson settles and gives it away. Hernandez plays it up. Ball comes back now for Ardema. Here's Rodriguez. Trying to play it in behind a Snow. Taylor's there, clears it away. Ball goes out of bounds here on the near sideline. Throw-in coming up for the Ogden Tigers. That ball in quickly to Hernandez. Now Rodriguez. Jace Rodriguez onto the attack. Goes down and nicely defended by the Trojans. Peterson will track it down, plays it up to Knox. Knox gets it over Galbraith. And a whistle as Sam Galbraith called for the foul. Free kick coming up for the Trojans. Trying to play it quickly over the top, looking for Henderson. Actually, that's Parker Groh who brings it in. Groh goes down, another whistle. And another foul called. A free kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Again, taken quickly. Cash Peterson gets it out to Parker Groh. Groh crosses it in. Headed away. Comes out the other way, giving chase here is Grant Ardema, who does a good job to keep it from going out of bounds for the throw-in. Ball will go all the way back to Will Stotts. Stotts boots this one away for the Trojans. Brought in by Kinney inside the center circle. Goes out wide to Groh. Trojans onto the attack. Here's Henderson. Tries to get it back out wide. Heavy pass from Trace Henderson will go out of bounds and out. And a goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers.
Entering the Trojan lineup, number 14, Max Lane.
Max Lane back in the game for the Morgan Trojans. Nielsen there deflects it. It goes out of bounds once more. Another throw-in coming up for the Tigers over on the far sideline. 7:46 left to go here in the first. Ball played up. Trying to play it centrally. Here's Kinney who tracks it down. Barley gets it out wide. It's in Nielsen. Nielsen up that far sideline to Groh. Groh cuts it in centrally, almost given away. Nielsen now trying to play it up. Defended well by Ty Ward. Ball out of bounds and out. Throwing coming up for the Morgan Trojans. One back by Ogden. Headed away by Taylor. Taylor trying to track it, Peterson trying to track it down. Now here's Zeke Snow winning it for the Ogden Tigers. Adams comes up, makes a big challenge to win it back. Here's Cody Adams, who goes all the way up that far sideline. Adams now looking for options. Gets past Smith. Goes to ground. And a tackle by Andrew Smith that's executed so well. Smith, who's been so good defensively for the Ogden Tigers here in this first half. Max Lane will throw it in. Lane trying to find Bowerly, instead cleared out by Gladwell. Over the top. Ty Ward gets on the end of it. Ward starts off his line. Ty Ward tries to poke it through and can't put it on frame. Massive opportunity that goes a-begging for the Ogden Tigers. Ty Ward in behind using his speed. Wins the foot race. Will Stotts trying to come off his line to clear it away. Inside Ward can't redirect it on frame. Morgan trying to respond on the other end. Here's Henderson tracking it down. Jenks wins it and clears it away. Bowerly cuts it out. And centrally to Peterson. Peterson, left-footed shot from distance, safely into the hands of Xavier Peregrina. Xavier here will boot this one away. Down goes Ward, the whistle, the foul, and a free kick. Coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Late in the first half. Ogden here will have an opportunity off the free kick. It's Parley Gladwell standing over it to take. 2 on the wall for the Morgan Trojans. Gladwell plays it short. Pierce takes a shot from distance, takes a deflection off of Hernandez. Out of bounds and out. Corner kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. And a set piece opportunity to try to open the scoring late here in the first half. 2 hands in the air from Hernandez. Hernandez whips it in near post. Headed away. Ward tracks it down, gets it to Ardema, who pokes it back in. Cleared out by, I believe that was Taylor on the clearance. Galbraith tracks it down, plays it over the top. Cody Adams boots this one out for the Morgan Trojans. Groh plays it up to Henderson. Trace Henderson onto the attack now. Here's Morgan. Henderson looking for options. Takes it up that far sideline, crosses it in, deflected. It'll go out of bounds and out, and a corner kick coming up here for the designated visiting side. Prior to substitutions as Wyatt Sessions quickly checking back in here for the Morgan Trojans. Set piece opportunity up for Morgan as they try to open the scoring.
In for Morgan, number 23, Wyatt Sessions.
Ball whipped in, goes back post, punched away by Peregrina, comes out the other way, another corner kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Wyatt Sessions to take. Sessions will leave it for Cody Adams. 2 minutes left here in the first. Adams, one hand in the air. Cody Adams, far back post, headed through. It goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. I believe that was Cash Peterson at that back post. She couldn't get enough under the header to try to sneak it past Peregrina as it goes over the bar. Substitution coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Luke Larson heading to the bench for a breather. Checking back into the game is Jace Rodriguez. Cut out by Max Lane. Brings it down, plays it in centrally. Rodriguez shields it away. Ardema wins it. Snow flicks it through with the header. Headed out now by Carson Taylor. A throw-in coming up for the Tigers here in the final 60 seconds of the first half. Ardema to play it in. Bounces over Carson Taylor. Cleared out by Kinney. Sam Galbraith tracks it down. Just has to clear it away. Throw-in now for the Trojans. Taken quickly. Henderson giving chase. Galbraith there defensively. Another ball that goes out. Another throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Peterson will look to play it in. Cash Peterson into the box, headed out by Jenks. Lane to Peterson. Ball crossed in. Peregrina off his line. It bounces over Peregrina. And Wyatt Sessions there with the volley, tries to put it in and defended, cleared off the line. Corner taken quickly, headed through Kinney. Back post, deflected. And that'll do it here for the end of the first half. Xavier Peregrina off his line. Adam Jenks coming up with the goal line clearance as we head to the halftime break, all tied up at 0-0 between the Ogden Tigers and the Morgan Trojans. We'll take a quick step aside here on Centricom Team Hive on KSLSports.com, and we'll have second half action of the 3A Boys Soccer State Championship game on the other side when we return here on KSLSports.com.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
Centricom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Soccer fans, We've got 40 minutes.
And I want to welcome you back into Zions Bank Stadium as we get ready to start second half action between the Morgan Trojans and the Ogden Tigers, going head-to-head for a 3A boys soccer state championship. The Ogden Tigers looking to make it 3 in a row, a three-peat for the number 1 seed, and the Morgan Trojans trying to get state championship number 1 for boys soccer. Both teams on the field, ready to go. Still waiting for the officials to return. Good first half between both sides as the Ogden Tigers, the more dangerous of the two sides. Jace Rodriguez having a couple of good opportunities to try to open the scoring. Will Stott's forced him to make a couple of big saves. And then Xavier Peregrina also making some comfortable saves, but late there, it was number 7, Adam Jenks, the defender for the Ogden Tigers, who had a goal line clearance to deny an opportunity for the Morgan Trojans. As we start second half action, all tied up at 0-0 between the Ogden Tigers and the Morgan Trojans. It's the Trojans in the white. They go to the right of your screen here in the second half. It's the Ogden Tigers in the black. They'll go to the left. Ball goes out wide to Grant Ardema. And they whistle and a foul called. This one will go against the Morgan Trojans. Free kick in the early parts of the second half here for the Ogden Tigers. Trying to break the deadlock. Two on the wall for Morgan. Ball floated in. Ty Ward gets on the end of it. Ball in the middle, cleared away. The Tigers wanted a handball. The referee, that's that ball goes out of bounds. Smith to throw it in here for Ogden. Gladwell inside. Gladwell back over to his left, tries to take the shot, and it's cleared away by the Trojans defense. And the ball comes all the way back to Adam Jenks. Jenks plays it back to Peregrina. Xavier Peregrina boots this one away for the Ogden Tigers. Possession back with the Trojans. Here's Bowerly. Goes out wide to Peterson. Peterson plays it in center looking for Knox. Now here's Bowerly. Bowerly settles it to Grow. Grow taking the shot. Can't put it on frame. It'll go over and out for the goal kick. Goal kick coming up here for Ogden. Ball booted away. Brought down by Jace Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for options. We'll settle it back to Adam Jenks. Jenks goes all the way back to Peregrina. Playing it back here to the near sideline for Andrew Smith. Smith looking for options. Passes the midfield stripe. That ball will just go all the way through and out for the goal kick. Goal kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Opportunity here to boot this one away. Will Stotts gets it up. Grow. Nice settle there for Bowerly. Bowerly just outside the center circle will go back to Nielsen. Nielsen plays it across to Taylor. Taylor goes to the far sideline. On the other end now for Peterson. Peterson in centrally. Tries to play it in behind looking for Knox. Instead cut out by Sam Galbraith. Ogden in possession here inside the center circle. Kinney trying to cut it out. Cody Adams comes up, makes the big challenge, and winning it here for the Morgan Trojans is Cody Adams. Adams still in possession. Adams tries to play it in centrally, looking for Groh. Cleared away by Ogden. Peterson brings it down. Kinney trying to win it with a header. Instead, Ty Ward will go out wide here to the near side for Harry Hoskins. Ogden in possession with Hoskins. Ball played up to Warburger. Now Pierce gets to the near side for Hoskins. Can't connect. It's a little bit too much there from Andrew Pierce as it goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Trojans. It'll be Zach Nielsen to play it in. Nielsen gets the ball in. A whistle and a foul call. This one goes against Morgan. Free kick coming up. Or excuse me, goes against Ogden, and a free kick coming up for the Trojans. Cody Adams to take the free kick. Everybody lined up at the top of the 18. Adams will float it in. Headed away by Gilbraith. Kinney trying to track it down. Ward there with the interception. Deflected off of Kinney. Goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for Ogden. Prior to substitution, Zeke Snow, the sophomore, checking back in. Off comes Seth Marburger. Zeke Snow sitting on 17 goals on the season, 11 assists. Had 2 goals in the semifinals. Both of the goals scored by the Ogden Tigers in that semifinal, put in by Zeke Snow. Ball comes in, looking for Snow now inside of the box, headed away by Taylor, cleared out by Peterson. That ball goes out of bounds and out. Parker Groh wins it for the Trojans. Bowerly tries to play it up. We do have a whistle behind the play as Crew Bowerly goes down. Foul and a free kick coming up here for Morgan. Free kick for the Trojans. Cody Adams, of course, to take. Adams will boot this one up. Hoskins gets it up, looking for Snow. Taylor comes across defensively. Carson Taylor plays it up. Now here's Zach Nielsen. Was out of bounds. Throw coming up here for the Trojans in the attacking third. Bowerly trying to get it back to Nielsen. Snow up for the Tigers. Rodriguez giving away to Kinney. Kinney over the top. Henderson trying to get on the end of it. Nobody there but Peregrina off his line to collect and reads it well. Nicely done by the senior goalkeeper to deny the opportunity for Trace Henderson and the Morgan Trojans. Now here's Zeke Snow. Snow trying to play it over the top. Cleared away by the Trojans. Here's Henderson. Trace Henderson gets past one. Henderson settles it for Bowerly. Crew Bowerly looking for options. Bowerly trying to get past Smith. Bowerly goes down. Andrew Smith gets called for the foul. And a free kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans in a very dangerous spot. Stoppage with 31:52 left to go here in the second half. Still tied up at 0-0. Big opportunity here. For the Morgan Trojans to try to open the scoring. The Ogden Tigers, the players on the field, the fans in the stands, not happy with where the official is spotting this ball for the free kick. Peterson standing over the ball to take. 3 on the wall for the Ogden Tigers, and Cash Peterson here with a big opportunity. There's the whistle. Peterson steps up, takes the shot, and it goes over the bar and out the other way for the goal kick. Trying to pick off that top right corner for Xavier Peregrina. A goal kick here for the Ogden Tigers. Peregrina will boot this one away. Ball out by the Ogden defense. That was Grant Ardema to clear it away. Now here's Hoskins trying to play it in towards Rodriguez. Jace Rodriguez tracks it down, goes out wide to Ty Ward. Ward looks to play it over the top. Max Lane there defensively. Possession back with the Trojans as Parker Grove plays it out wide. Grove trying to play it in behind, looking for Daxton Noss. Henderson can't hit it cleanly. One back by Ogden. Here's Zeke Snow. Max Lane. Ty Ward and Lane get tangled up. Possession here with the Trojans now with Bowerly, who plays it back to Cody Adams. Adams trying to find Daxton Noss, instead defended well by Andrew Smith. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans on the near sideline. Zach Nielsen to take the throw. Nielsen. Ball booted away. Cody Adams trying to track it down. Ball goes back to Stotts. Played up over the top. Henderson giving chase. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Peregrina plays it to the near side for Andrew Smith, who brings it down centrally now to Pierce. Pierce, nicely defended by Nielsen. Here's Bowerly. Drew Bowerly in centrally to Zach Nielsen. Nielsen plays it across to Parker Grove. Grove with an opportunity here as that ball in behind Knox. Knox trying to get on the end of it, but the offside flag is raised. Goes through Daxton Noss. It'll go out, Knox caught in an offside position. And so a free kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Opportunity to boot this one away. Peregrina here with possession. Clears this one out. Comes to the near side for Smith. Smith takes a deflection, goes to Zeke Snow. Snow with a nice turn. Zeke Snow in behind to Hoskins. Hoskins now into the box. Hoskins on his left. Hoskins crosses it in, deflected off of Cody Adams. It'll go out of bounds, and now a corner kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Substitution prior to as Eli Robinson back into the game. Off comes number 19, Parley Gladwell. Cash Hardman also into the game here for the Morgan Trojans. Ball goes to the near post. Hoskins giving chase, tracks it down. Hoskins. Nice step by Daxton Noss. Throw in coming up for the Tigers. Andrew Smith will throw it in for Ogden. Played into Adam Jenks. Ball whipped in. Ty Ward trying to get on the end of it at that far back post. Instead, cleared out and away by the Trojans. Throw in coming up now for Ogden. Inside their attacking third. Ball floated in. Comes back into the hands of Will Stotts. And now cleared away. A whistle, a foul, and a free kick coming up here, this time for the Trojans, as they'll look to play a ball towards Xavier Peregrina. Free kick coming up for Morgan, taken quickly to by Peterson. Up to Henderson. Groh trying to track it down, headed away and cleared out by Ogden. Ty Ward gets a foot on it. Ward gets past one, gets past two. Ward plays it in now to Rodriguez. Jace Rodriguez with an opportunity here for the Ogden Tigers. Rodriguez crosses it in, nobody there, deflected. It'll go out of bounds and out, and a corner kick coming up here for Ogden. Set piece opportunity coming up for the Tigers. Still looking for the first goal of the afternoon. Two hands in the air, ball whipped in, goes near post, headed through. Stutz comes up with the save. That was Adam Jenks. Had the late arriving run into the box. Nobody marking Jenks, but he heads it into a spot where Will Stotts is forced to make that save. Now here's Henderson on the other end for the Morgan Trojans. Ball cleared away. Massive opportunity for Ogden, but Will Stotts coming up to deny the opportunity and throw it, throw in coming up over there on that far sideline. Prior to substitutions is Wyatt Sessions checking into the game.
For Morgan, number 23, Wyatt Sessions.
Zeke Snow plays it over the top for the Ogden Tigers, winning it back, and now headed away by Taylor. Throw in for Ogden. Ball comes in. Robinson tries to play it in. Cleared out by the Trojans. Hardman has to play it out to Lane. Lane plays it up. Here's Peterson. Peterson out wide to Trace Henderson. Henderson to Sessions. Sessions back to Henderson. Jenks comes across, makes the sliding challenge, and denies the opportunity. Throw in now for the Trojans over on the far sideline. Henderson will throw it in. Gets in quick to Sessions. Back to Henderson. Henderson trying to take it to the corner flag. Takes a heavy touch. It goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up now for the Ogden Tigers. Prior to substitutions as number 20, Seth Marburger, back into the game. Off comes Harry Hoskins.
Number 20, Seth Marburger.
Goal kick played short by Peregrina. Booted away. Marburger tracks it down. Cut out and one back by the Trojans. Here's Parker Groh. Groh plays it up to Sessions. Sessions tries to play it back to Groh. Cut out one back. Here's Robinson. Robinson across to Andrew Smith. Smith to the near sideline for Marburger. Nielsen wins it back for Morgan. The Trojans in possession here with Sessions trying to get around Smith. And Andrew Smith doing a good job defensively. It'll go out of bounds and out. They'll say it came off of Sessions. A throw-in coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Hardman trying to play it in centrally. Deflected one back by Ogden. Here's the ball in behind to Rodriguez. Cody Adams goes to ground, denies the opportunity from Jace Rodriguez. A throw-in coming up for the Tigers on the near sideline. Marburger gets it in quick. Robinson. Defended well by Parker Groh. Throw-in coming up now for the Trojans. And a yellow card caution has been issued. With 21:38 left to go, Zeke Snow goes into the book. And Snow will have to come off. Back into the game, Parley Gladwell. Substitution here for the Trojans as well as Trace Henderson heads over to the far sideline for a breather. Into the game will be Daxton Oss. Zeke Snow had the brace in the semifinal to put the Ogden Tigers here in the championship game. Sees yellow with 21:35 left to go in the second half. Rodriguez clears it away. Ty Ward tracking it down for Ogden. It's Ward. Plays it in to Pierce. Pierce takes the shot from distance. It goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Getting close here to the halfway point of the second half. Still waiting for the opening goal between the Ogden Tigers and the Morgan Trojans. A whistle, a foul, and a free kick coming up here for Ogden. Three on the wall for the Morgan Trojans. It's Adam Jank and Andrew Pierce standing over it. Pierce will take. Pierce plays it short to Jank. The official shielded that ball away from Adam Janks just ever so slightly. And now Ogden in possession here with Eli Robinson. Robinson plays it to Zeke Snow. Snow plays it to the near sideline for Marburger. Trying to get past Nielsen. Cleared away by the Trojans. It goes out of bounds and a throw-in coming up here on the near sideline deep into the attacking third. Prior to, though, both sides heading to their respective sidelines with 19:24 left to go. We'll have a hydration and cooling break here for both sides. This is an Ogden Tigers team who has 80 goals scored on the season. This is a Morgan Trojans team who has 56 goals scored on the season. These are two sides who have already faced each other twice in the regular season because they are region rivals. A 3-2 matchup in the first game that the Ogden Tigers won. A 2-2 3-1 penalty shootout win for the Ogden Tigers in the second game. Plenty of goals, plenty of threats between these two sides, and yet here we are with 19:24 left in the state championship game, and both teams still looking for the first goal, still looking for the goal to break the deadlock and give one side the advantage over the other in this 3A championship game. The Trojans returning onto the field after the hydration break. The Tigers still getting some final instructions from head coach Todd Scott. We resume action. Ball whipped in, cleared away by Taylor. Parker Groh looks to play it over the top. Nicely defended by Sam Galbraith. Jenk lets it bounce. Now tracking it down here is Sessions. Sessions and Jenks get tangled up. Sessions goes into the book. The junior, number 23, Wyatt Sessions, shown the yellow card here with 19:03 left to go in regulation. And Trace Henderson quickly back into the game here for the Morgan Trojans. Foul and a free kick coming up for Ogden. Peregrina will boot this one up and away. And that ball goes out of bounds over on that far sideline. Throw coming up for the Tigers. Zeke Snow tracks it down, gets it to Smith. Smith looking for options as he cuts inside. Smith, still Andrew Smith taking the shot from distance, and it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Andrew Smith testing his luck from distance. It's too much under as it goes over the bar, and now this ball coming out again to Smith, who heads it away. A late whistle, but a whistle and a foul called. Free kick coming up here for Ogden. Smith down behind the play, a substitution as Luke Larson into the game for Smith. Adam Jenks to take the free kick. Jenks plays it over the top. Cleared away by the Trojans. Throw in coming up now for the Tigers here on the near sideline as Larson will throw it in, gets it in quickly to Snow. Into the box. Out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here. Say came off of Zeke Snow. Taken quick and short to Cody Adams. Adams will play it up to the near sideline. Looking for Parker Groh. Instead comes out to Larson. Larson plays it up to Harry Hoskins. Hoskins over the top. Looks to play one in towards Internulo, who checked in. And down goes Internulo. The whistle, the foul. Down is Alessandro Internulo behind the play. And the trading staff being ushered onto the field as Alessandro still down. Foul and a free kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Todd Scott, the head coach here for the Ogden Tigers, wants the foul, wants the yellow card. The players still pleading their cases as well. And now a yellow card has been issued to the head coach of the Ogden Tigers. Yellow card issued here to the head coach as we get ready to resume action. 2 on the wall for the Morgan Trojans. It'll be Robinson to take for Ogden. Andrew Pierce coming over as the short option. Ball whipped in to the near post, and he goes behind the goal and out for the goal kick. Morgan here will have the goal kick. The number 3 seed and the number 1 seed still tied up here at 0-0.
Number 29.
Jace Rodriguez back into the game for Ogden. Ball over on the far sideline for Peterson. Peterson gets past one. Peterson leaves it out for Henderson, who shields it nicely for Peterson. Peterson whips it in, takes a deflection. Peregrina off his line, and Peregrina will collect. It's a good job there. Xavier Peregrina, the senior goalkeeper, recognizes and avoids the corner. Plays it out to the near side for Larson. Larson crosses the midfield stripe, plays it to the near sideline for Harry Hoskins. Hoskins plays it in to Robinson. Now Larson into Rodriguez. Jace Rodriguez taking the shot from distance. It goes past the bar and out for the goal kick. Substitution coming up for the Trojans as Crew Bowerly back into the game. Off comes Cash Hardman.
Coming in for Morgan, number 13, Crew Bowerly.
Throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on the far sideline. Daxton Oss running, chasing. Jenks covering, defending. Jenks goes to ground, tangled up with Daxton Oss. It goes out of bounds and out. And a foul and a free kick coming up here. Free kick for the Tigers. Looking to boot this one away is Xavier Peregrina. Plays it to the near sideline for Larson. Luke Larson here with possession. Gets it up to Zeke Snow. Snow in centrally to Pierce. Pierce gets past one nicely. Pierce plays it in centrally to Hoskins. Hoskins has options. Hoskins in behind looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the box. Chase Rodriguez! It's a goal for the Ogden Tigers! And who else? Chase Rodriguez, goal number 26 on the season, and the number 1 seed Ogden Tigers take the lead with 13:51 left to go. Beautifully ball placed in behind by Harry Hoskins. Jace Rodriguez using his speed, gets on the end of it, and Rodriguez Ogden up 13, Ogden up 1-0 with 13:48 left to go. Ball comes into Crew Bowerly. Ball back now to Parker Grow. Grow playing it out to Peterson. Peterson whips it in. And Peregrina punches it out. Dangerous ball still inside the box. Ward is there, heads it away. Parker Grow tracks it down. And now Ty Ward will play it up for the Ogden Tigers. Ward plays it out. Now comes into Zeke Snow. Two players collide there as Rodriguez and Peterson go to ground. Rodriguez whistled for the foul. A free kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans inside the center circle. Adams quickly plays it in over the top, looking for Henderson. That ball bounces through. Grant Ardema is there. Grant will just watch it roll out of bounds and out as a goal kick's coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Ogden now holding on to a 1-0 lead with 12:30 left to go. A three-peat on the line here for the Ogden Tigers. Champions in 2024, champions last year in 2025, and now holding on to a 1-0 lead. Throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on the far sideline. Max Lane tracks it down here for the Trojans. Ball played away. One by Taylor. Taylor plays it in centrally. Here's Bowerly. Bowerly for the Trojans. One back by Snow. Nicely done by Bowerly to poke it through. Here's Henderson. Trace Henderson now looking for options. Has to support himself with Peterson. Catch Peterson looking to play it out wide. Deflected and cleared away by Ogden. Throwing coming up here for Morgan. Taken quickly by Taylor. Taylor plays it into Peterson. Peterson trying to bring it down. Hoskins there defensively. Goes back to Taylor. Taylor to the far side. Back into Cash Peterson. Crosses the midfield stripe. Leaves it for Bowerly. Crew Bowerly. Gets it to Lane. Lane up the near sideline looking for Knox. Defended well by Andrew Smith. Ty Ward carries with time and space. Ward defended by Cody Adams. Makes the slide tackle to win it back. Now here's Adams. Up to Henderson. Sam Galbraith and Cody Adams come across. And Cody Adams, their center back. The senior will see yellow. He'll go into the book. And a substitution here for the Trojans. Drake Meacham checking in for Adams. Stoppage in play here with 9:54 left on the clock. Ball Ball booted up over the top. Whistle as the offside flag raised over there on the far side. Henderson trying to track it down. Goes out of bounds and out, and a throw in coming up now for Ogden on the far sideline. As the Tigers here watching some of this clock start to tick, tick, tick away for the Morgan Trojans. Seth Marburger checking into the game. Off comes number 29, the goal scorer, Jace Rodriguez.
And for the Trojans, number 20, Cody Adams.
Ball goes out of bounds. Henderson trying to get on the end of it here for the Morgan Trojans. Down goes Adams, who checked back in. Trojans in possession. Kinney back to Peterson. Peterson goes out wide. Trying to get it back to Cash Peterson. It's deflected away. A throw-in coming up here for Morgan. Peterson with the long throw inside the box, cleared away by the Tigers. Another throw coming up for Morgan. Peterson quickly to take it over on that far sideline. Cash Peterson settles it. All the way back to Taylor. Taylor across. And played away by Ogden. Will Stotts off his line. Plays it across to the near side for Max Lane. Ty Ward gets a header in there into Snow. Ward down behind the play. Here's Max Lane. Lane plays it in. Adams settles it for Nielsen. Zach Nielsen gets it over on Andrew Smith, deflected and out. Now we'll have a stoppage here with 6:52 left to go. Ty Ward will have to sub out. Parley Gladwell back into the game. Rivas back into the game.
Number 19, Harley Gladwell.
Goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers.
And for the Trojans, number 24, Maxton Knox.
Still here with the stoppage in play as the training staff on now to help Zach Nielsen for the Trojans off the field. Ball booted away by Pellegrino as we resume action. That ball from Snow in behind, looking for Hoskins. Well, Stotts off his line, just boots this one up and away. Over to the far side for Daxton Noss, who settles it for Peterson. Peterson over the top, looking for Henderson, headed away by Adam Jenks. Tracked down there by Cody Adams. Adams, still Cody, gets it to Peterson. Cash Peterson can't play it in, looking for Kinney. One back by the Tigers. Here's Ogden in possession. That ball in behind, looking for Marburger. Coming across as Carson Taylor defensively plays it up. Advantage played here for the Tigers as that ball now whistled back for the foul. 5:45 left to go here in the second half. It is a goal from Jace Rodriguez, the difference maker so far in this 3A state championship game. Do we have another goal? Or can the Tigers hold on to a 1-0 advantage and claim a three-peat? Ball played in by Ogden. Rivas tracks it down, defended by Lane. Goes out of bounds. The throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Max Lane takes it in quick. Smith gets a header on it. Cleared out by Jenks. Quickly back out for the throw-in here on the near sideline. The Trojans to play it in. Max Lane. Gladwell shields it away. Now the whistle and a foul called. A free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Tigers now just watching this clock wind down at Zions Bank Stadium. Parley Gladwell. Into Marburger, gets it behind, trying to find Zeke Snow, instead into the hands of Will Stotts. Peterson for the Trojans, goes out wide. Carson Taylor, the center back, comes across to Max Lane. Lane plays it up, looking for Henderson. Henderson gets past Smith. Trace Henderson here with an opportunity. Defended by Jenks. Henderson looking for options. Plays it back to Kinney. Kinney up to Daxton Noss. Noss goes down at the top of the 18. Ball comes into Bowerly. Bowerly turns, shoots, and safely into the feet of Xavier Peregrina. Peregrina will watch and hold. Ogden up 1-0. Peregrina gets this one up and away. Knox trying to get in behind. Peregrina off his line to just boot this one away. We do have the whistle. And a foul called. Free kick will go against the Trojans. With 2:53 left here in the second half. Peregrina gets this one up and away. To Hoskins, who brings it down. Hoskins trying to take it towards the corner. Defended well by Morgan. Here's Hoskins, who plays it in centrally. Cleared out by Morgan. Cody Adams takes a heavy touch. Gets it to Peterson. Cash Peterson. Trying to get it back towards Cody Adams. Instead goes out of bounds. Throw-in played in quickly by Adams. Here's Cody. Cody Adams tries to whip across in. It's deflected. A corner kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans with 2 minutes left to go in the second.
Please do not come onto the playing area surface. Thank you.
Taken quickly. Trying to catch Peregrina. Sleeping. And it's cleared off the line. Sam Gilbraith with the goal line clearance. Deflected in front of goal. Punched out by Peregrina. And the Tigers will clear it away. Amazing effort from Sam Gilbraith, who denies the Olympico, headed away off the goal line. Trojans trying to play it back in. The whistle, the foul, and a free kick coming up here. Morgan with a free kick in a very dangerous spot with 1:15 left. Final moments here. This could be one of the final plays for the Morgan Trojans. Stoppage in with 1:11 left. Everybody on the wall here for the Ogden Tigers. Six on the wall for Ogden. Adams. Kinney! Saved by Peregrina! Xavier Peregrina comes up and denies the opportunity from Kinney. Corner kick coming up for the Trojans. Ball whipped in. Peregrina punches it away. Top of the 18, loose ball inside the box. Zeke Snow doesn't hit it cleanly. It goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Max Lane plays it in. Headed through. Taylor's there. That ball goes out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up here with 23 seconds left. Stoppage in play as Ogden looks to make some changes. Ty Ward checking in. The hero, the goal scorer, Chase Rodriguez back into the game. Peregrina will boot this one up. Peterson with the header. Adams giving chase. It goes out of bounds. The countdown here at Zions Bank. And that'll do it. The Ogden Tigers have done it again. It's a three-peat. For the #1 seed, the Ogden Tigers are your 3A state champions. In the end, it's a goal from Chase Rodriguez, the difference maker. Celebrations, hugs, and cheers for everybody. They're at the top of the 18 for the Ogden Tigers, as they are now the 6-time state champions. We'll keep it here on Centricom Team Hive on KSLSports.com as we await the trophy presentations here at Zions Bank Stadium. And you can hear it here at Zions Bank. The cheers of three-peat roaring down from the student section. For the Morgan Trojans, under second-year head coach Jesse Henderson, they'll fall to a final record of 11-9 overall on this season. Another year where the Morgan Trojans make it to a state championship game but fall short to this Ogden side. And now we'll graduate a big chunk of talent. Carson Taylor, Cash Peterson, Trace Henderson, Brody Kinney, Drew Bowerly, Max Lane, Zach Nielsen, all seniors on this roster. Cody Adams. Large chunk of this starting lineup for the Morgan Trojans. Their high school soccer career comes to an end here. And we'll see how head coach Jesse Henderson will head into year 3, reload this squad, see if they can make it back to yet another championship appearance. Everybody meeting here at the center circle for the handshakes between the two sides.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now prepared for
The Tigers now coming over to the student section as they celebrate their three-peat. The runner-up trophy making its way over to that far sideline for the Morgan Trojans. As we get ready for the championship trophy to make its way over to the near side for the Ogden Tigers. Jace Rodriguez, the goal scorer, directing his side over to the middle of the park. There is the handoff to Jace Rodriguez, the goal scorer here for Ogden. He'll bring it over to his side as the Ogden Tigers once again are your 3A state champions. Back to back to back they go. State champions in 2024, state champions in 2025, and now they'll add another star to their crest as the three-peat is complete for the Ogden Tigers. That's going to do it for us here on Centricom, on Team Hive, on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. A big shout out to our entire crew here at Zions Bank Stadium. And we wish you all a safe drive home. Don't forget to join us next week for 4A, 5A, and 6A boys soccer action here on KSLSports.com. And we'll see you next time.